I just watched the OJ documentary.
The one that's 30 for 31?
He really did it. Like, there's no question about it when you watch that. I never watched.
Did you watch the 30 for 31?
No, the 5-part one.
Yeah, that one.
I watched that.
It's one of the, by the way, I talked about this when it came, because when it came out, I saw it a few years back, whenever that was. It is possibly the best docu-series of television that I've ever seen. And if you think you're like, well, I already know that story, you don't know
really don't.
the depths of this story. It's so good. It was ESPN produced, and it was originally released there as a 5-part series that was unbelievable.
OJ Made in America.
Made in America. Yeah. And now you can see it on Netflix, I think.
Netflix. I downloaded it for my flight last night.
It's so fucking unbelievable. The layers that this thing gets into, it's like, it really presents it to you from a different perspective. I've never seen something that good. I really swear.
By the way, he completely did it. Like, I can't believe there was ever a question.
Yeah.
Like, as you're watching this, you're like, no.
You know, they've like tapped into some of the jurors now, right? And they were like, yeah, we knew he did it. Like, the jurors are saying that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they were like, this was like payback for Rodney King and LAPD and shit. Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize just how bad, and I mean this with respect to the police officers, because I do like cops, but just how fucking bad the LAPD was. Like, how out of control they were. Like, in the wild shit Daryl Gates said in public.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to choke out a black guy. They're different. They're like different than us.
And when they did that raid and just like destroyed people's homes.
Do you know what they said their defense for Rodney King was? Well, if we could have used a chokehold, we wouldn't have had to beat him so hard. And they were killing people in chokeholds. I mean, the track record for the LAPD at that time was absolutely fucking horrible. I got to watch the documentary on Biggie and Tupac now, because I'm sure there was a guy that was on Vlad TV.
Yeah.
Who said he killed Tupac.
Yeah. Well, he got arrested.
He did?
He got arrested like a month later. So he said that Diddy.
My algorithm fucking sucks.
He's like, Diddy offered me this money to do it, right? And the only reason Diddy isn't like really held accountable for that is that he never paid him. So like, if there was been like a transaction of money, like, but this guy's like, yeah, he said to do it and he'd pay me this much, so he did it. This guy, yeah,
Keefe D.
Yeah,
Keefe D.
That's him. And he told that on Vlad, and like a month later they arrested him.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he's been saying it for a while. I think he may have written a book or something about it.
Vlad's Nori Drink Champs episode is really good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it recent or?
It's kind of recent. Yeah, kind of like a month. But that interview is really good. You don't realize how deep into the scene Vlad was and is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he was like a young DJ, I think, out of Northern California, moved out to New York, started hustling. I mean, like, it's crazy, like, just how much, what's crazy to me is like, those I say old school rappers, but I don't mean old school. They're like our age. Yeah. Like Nori, Cam, Mace, all those guys. You don't realize what a tight, small community that was.
Yeah, they're all friends.
It's insane to me as they all get podcasts and all start sharing stories. It really is kind of like almost like when people talk about what was the store like back in the day,
Yeah.
Like they all just grew up together, and like even Vlad, who I always thought was an outlier, was not. He was in the New York scene. I didn't know. I thought Vlad was just an internet guy at first, and then all of a sudden I did a deep dive and I was like, oh fuck. And then I did a show. I texted him after his Drink Champs. It was really fucking good. Let's get into Diddy real quick. Okay. Are you following any of it?
I mean, I would say I get some of the headlines. I'm not like super deep into it. I guess what I haven't followed in the last few weeks was like, I remember the feds raiding his place, and then they're like, oh, he's on a plane to an island. And then he was just like, no, I'm in Miami. And there's footage of him in Miami.
Yeah.
Then you go where I kind of tapped out of it was just more people keep telling stories about him, but I've heard nothing legal develop since then.
I've heard wild stories.
Yeah, people are saying incredibly crazy shit. Yeah, dark shit.
Do you think we got one of those in comedy?
That they're like the supposed Diddy? Probably not, no. That's usually like you have to have so much power to wield. Like he was I'll do that, like if you now have a deal, Bert. Like, so there's not really that in comedy. You see it in Hollywood more because that's what the Weinstein stuff was like. He's like, movie producer, so it's like, all right, I'll give you the part in this, but like now I have something over you, you know? So like, you don't really see that in stand-up.
If you got a call from Diddy.
Yeah.
Today.
Uh-huh.
And he said, hey, bro, I just saw you guys talking about me on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You guys didn't talk shit. A lot of people are talking shit about me. Hey, game respects game. I'm throwing a party in Miami. I got a jet waiting for you.
Okay, what time?
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
In a fucking heartbeat.
You'd
be shocked who I'd party with. But it's like, I think I'd party with some pretty...
Well, a Diddy party, at this point, you'd be like, okay, I'm going to go be a spectator.
Did you hear Howard Stern's story about it?
No.
Howard Stern was saying that they had an outside party and an inside party. The inside party was for celebrities, and the outside party was for celebrities that Diddy wanted to show up, but weren't celebrities enough to go inside, and he wouldn't let them inside.
So they're like, I want to go in the house. And he's like...
And they were like, no, and it's Howard fucking Stern.
Maybe like inside was like the circle of trust, right? Like that's people that he felt like...
Do you think he's gay?
I don't know if he's gay, because I don't know enough. I've just heard a lot of people say that he fucks guys. I mean, so I don't know how to phrase that. There sure are a lot of people saying that. I heard a guy tell a story about how he was like walking through the halls of a party, and that he could hear Diddy and some guy in there. He's like, you just hear cheeks clapping, you know, like you hear nuts slapping on his ass. And I heard a dude just wilding. And I was like, it's a good story.
That'd be a great door to open.
Oh my God.
Fly and see Diddy going, shut the door.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call two bears, one cave.